SEC and the SEC is our stage today. Number 22 Clemson, 8-4 meets 7-5 Kentucky here at Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And a beautiful Friday. Wes Durham, Tim Hasselback, Taylor Tannenbaum's the third member of our crew. She'll join us here in just a moment. All games are different, all of them in any different kind of way, Tim. But in this one in particular, feels like Clemson and Kentucky both want to cap a nice 23 and springboard it to 24.
There's no doubt about it. I think both teams look at it and feel like they have good football teams. They're proud programs, ending this year on a high note, but then also catapulting them into next season, I think is important for both football coaches, both teams, and both programs in general.
Well, both teams won critical in-state rivalry games in their last regular season game. For Kentucky, of course, a 6th straight win over Louisville, and that boosted the Wildcats. And also boosting the Wildcats is our clutch delivery brought to you by Chipotle. You're going to get to see one of the best running backs in college football today, and number 1, Ray Davis.
Wes, you're exactly right. He is one of the best backs in college football. He is a lot of fun to watch, and he's an all-around back. Yes, he's good on the ground, has over 1,000 yards rushing this season, but they want to get him the football any way they can, so expect it to also happen in the passing game. He's slippery. He's hard to tackle. I think he's going to touch the football a lot.
Well, and you see Davis's numbers and our clutch delivery from Chipotle. 76 yards on the ground, 51 through the air, the 3 scores in the upset of the Cardinals. Now, the counterpunch for the Tigers defense. Jeremiah Trotter, he's headed to the NFL draft. He's not here. Nate Wiggins at corner's not here. But maybe Agent Zero might be the answer in Barrett Carter.
Well, listen, it's a pretty good answer because – listen, he looks and plays like you want a linebacker to look and play. He's a fast run and hit guy. He will have to step up with no Jeremiah Trotter, but I think he's up to the task. He's a guy who has future first-round aspirations, and we're going to see him flying around today.
Dapp selected to defer, so Clemson will touch it first. The Tigers appearing in their 50th bowl all-time and a record-setting 10th time here at the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Chance Poore is the kicker for Kentucky. In his 6th year, he is from Anderson, South Carolina, a mere driver from the Clemson campus, and he plays in his 61st college game today. His hero growing up was the former Tiger kicker Chandler Catanzaro, who had a really nice run in the NFL. He will kick it away. Will Shipley's deep. And we're underway in Jacksonville. Shipley from the 5. Works to the 20, 25, Shipley, 35, and to the 37, 38-yard line goes Will Shipley. Pretty good start for Clemson on the kick return, 34 yards. It's the longest of the year for Shipley. And now let's check in with Taylor Tannenbaum.
Yeah, Wes, in the ever-evolving world of college football, we get to watch 2 of the longest tenured head coaches go at it here today. Dabo Swinney wrapping up his 15th season at Clemson. Mark Stoops putting a bow on his 11th at Kentucky. And as you guys alluded to, both guys really like where their teams are headed, and it starts today. Coach Swinney told us earlier this week, he said, look, I love this young group. Mark Stoops had a chance to leave. He decided to come back, and he's looking forward to what they can build, guys.
Klubnik looking to throw on first down, checks it all the way down. This is Josh Sapp making the catch. He'll cross the 40 out toward the 43 for the Tigers. 7th catch of the year for Sapp. We've already got a flag way back in the secondary, and there is Mark Stoops in his 8th bowl game, 8th straight game, 56 years of age from Youngstown, Ohio, part of that terrific football family of coaching of Stoops.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 31, his first of the game, 15 yards from the end of the play, automatic first down.
Sensational sophomore Maxwell Hairston, who's got 5 interceptions on the year, gets the big ticket on the first snap.
He's had a phenomenal year and just a rough way to start it, though, with a personal foul.
Carries it to the 42 of Kentucky. Second snap for Clemson in plus territory. And here is the first carry of the day for big number 7 in the white, and that's Phil Maffa. He'll pick up 8, almost 9 on the first carry. Ribka, along with Lovett from the Kentucky secondary, makes the tackle of Maffa.
That's a good sign for Clemson offensively. Maffa has come on as he's gotten more reps when Shipley was out with an injury, and he's a physical downhill back, and that was well blocked up front.
Tim, you surprised to see the spread sets here in the first 2 snaps? Quick throw, caught, first down for Clemson. Out of bounds goes Stellato. Troy Stellato, the sophomore.
When you consider that Garrett Riley is the offensive coordinator, no, that is not surprising. But however, Wes, based on how Clemson operated offensively throughout the year, this is a departure from a lot of what we've seen from them.
Yep. There is Garrett Riley in his first year. Of course, coached with Sonny Dykes a year ago in Fort Worth, took TCU to the CFP title fight. And on first down, here is Maffa trying to squeeze a yard or 2. Kentucky was right there. Wallace made the stop. But Austin, Texas is Cade Klubnik getting his 14th start today. He is 8-5 as a starter. A lot of interesting adjectives were used. Resilient, controlled. The phrase short-term memory all coming from Garrett Riley in our visit this week.
Well, he's still a young player. You mentioned, just his 12th start. And so because of that, I think expectations have been so high. He's certainly had some good moments and then some tough ones as well.
Second down, they got a yard from Maffa. Here's a throw on the perimeter, and here's Antonio it all because Andrew Phillips, terrific corner from Malden, South Carolina, one of 2 South Carolinians on the roster for Kentucky, makes the play. Loss of 2, and now it's 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Yeah, and you're going to see Phillips. He just diagnoses the perimeter screen right away and does a good job of being aggressive to the football. And when you think about Phillips and Hairston, a lot of speed, good cornerback play for the Kentucky Wildcats.
Antonio Williams only played 1 game in the last 9 of the regular season, but he's here for the bowl today. They don't know how many snaps he'll get, approximated somewhere of a dozen or so. That was his first snap in a while since Florida State. Here's Klubnik on 3rd and long now. From the pocket, pretty clean. There's Brenningstool, the tight end, the catch at the 22-yard line. Wallace again, the weak side linebacker, on an 8-yard catch. So now it is 4th down and about 3. And on will come Jonathan Whites to try the field goal for Clemson.
And kicking's been an adventure for Clemson throughout the season, no question about it. But I really believe that, listen, you're trying to win the football game. I feel like we've seen a lot of this bowl season. Go ahead and take the points.
And it's 3-0 Clemson. There's the guy known forever as Whitesy. That's what I don't think Dabo Swinney has called him Whites all year. It's always been Whitesy. One of the storylines of Clemson's season for sure. Here's the kick towards Sumo Kangbai and Barryon Brown, and that is 7 yards deep. And more importantly, out of the hands of Barryon Brown. Season recap for the Wildcats. Well, Kentucky started 5-0, picked up a couple of SEC wins along the way, and then the bumps. Lost 5 of the next 6, 3 to ranked opponents. Their first loss in Athens against Georgia. But you know what? When you beat the in-state rival for the 6th straight time, a lot of wounds are healed. And that's where they are at 7-5 after knocking off Louisville 38-31 Saturday after Thanksgiving. And a treat to see Ray Davis. He's the running back for the Wildcats, who go 1st and 10, and the NC State transfer Devin Leary hands to Davis, and around the corner he goes, and he will have 7, almost 8 on first down. Pushed out by the freshman Barnes after an 8-yard run for Ray Davis from the streets of San Francisco by way of Temple and, of course, Vanderbilt. And here is Devin Leary, who, Tim, plays in his first bowl game in what is his last college game today.
Which is a wild stat when you think about the amount of football that Devin Leary has played. And he's had a lot of success, and obviously his first year at Kentucky gets the reward of playing in a bowl game.
Here's Leary looking to throw. He'll hit a shot, and this is Brown's first catch. And that'll take Kentucky out to the 46-yard line. Tackle made by Sheldon Lewis, Taylor.
Guys, I guess you could call it for Devin Leary a series of unfortunate events. 2018, they made it to a bowl, actually this one, but he was a redshirt, so he didn't play. 2020, injured. 21 thought it would be his year, but COVID canceled that bowl. 22 injured, and now he is here today.
Back foot throw on a flea flicker. Brown was the intended receiver, but Kobe McLeod who defensive coordinator Wes Goodwin spoke at length about because he's filling the spot technically if Jeremiah Trotter was in the mix on Devin Leary.
Yeah, he gets into the backfield on the flea flicker. There was probably a shot down the field, but because of that pressure, not able to get the ball out is Devin Leary. And look, I think the interesting thing when you have opt-outs in bowl season is when you have young, good, trajectory with the arrow pointing up players behind them, which Clemson certainly has at linebacker and in the secondary.
Kentucky was 9 of the last 22 on third to end the regular season. There's a throw to Davis, and what a terrific play by Wade Woodaz at the 49-yard line on Ray Davis on second down.
And that's a little bit what I'm talking about. Wade Woodaz is going to move inside with Barrett Trotter not playing in this game. He's been a good player for Clemson all season. Now gets more of an opportunity, and more of an opportunity to play inside is up to the challenge there on the screen.
They put Barrett Carter up on the line here for this 3rd down and 7. Here's Leary, quick shot off the hands of Tavion Robinson, incomplete. And the Cats will punt the football.
Yeah, Tavion Robinson's just running an inside slant, and because the ball is outside of the frame of his body, it's just hard to reel it in. Typically on in-breaking routes, when the quarterback puts it in the frame of the body, you have 2 chances to catch it. They'll come down with it. Because it was kind of high and away, Robinson not able to reel it in.
Dane Key, Barryon Brown, Tavion Robinson, 3 principal pass catchers in this Kentucky offense. Here is the punt by Wilson Berry, and Hamp Green will, by all accounts, everybody has had a wonderful time here. The activities for both fan bases and the bulk of the fans arriving a couple days ago, and everybody's had a good time. And now the ball game. The 79th edition of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl in Clemson's second possession starts from its 15. And the give is Shipley trying to find some space, and he will draw across for a yard to the 16. Okay, Tim, Maffa and Shipley together, what do you expect here today?
Well, it's interesting because Maffa is the lead blocker on that play. It's a lot of what we've seen from Clemson all season long. Both backs in the backfield, and both guys willing to block for each other. And that's a big deal, the unselfishness in the backfield. But really, I felt like Clemson's offense got going when Shipley was out and Maffa was just the featured back.
Low snap, Klubnik will field it. Quick throw and caught near the 20-yard line. Catch made in traffic, and that was Adam Randall getting 5 yards.
It's actually a really good job by Cade Klubnik because the ball's down around his ankles. He's fielding the ground ball, and then he's got to kind of get himself situated but also stay on time. It's a good play by the quarterback to take what could have easily been a negative play, turn it into something positive, a more manageable 3rd down.
So here are the Tigers who missed their first 3rd down. Maffa is the running back with Klubnik. You see the bunch look to the bottom of the formation. That's Stellato in the orbit. And there's a throw. Brenningstool, another catch, and a Clemson first down. Well, when you push the chips in the middle of the table, throw it to the big tight end wearing 9 in the white. Trevin Wallace, another tackle for the Cats.
Yeah, Brenningstool's been a nice target, and I think we maybe even got a little bit of a no-looker out of Klubnik there, looking to the wide route but throwing the little spot.
This is Klubnik. He'll keep it. Fake the handoff to Maffa, and he'll get 3 to the 30-yard line.
This is what I mean. I think he's working the wide route to his left. Doesn't like the flat defender expanding. I just don't know if his eye didn't get there, if that's kind of a Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford no-looker. But I guess when you're throwing to the big 6'6" tight end, got the confidence to do it.
Garrett Rowley. A lot of information on that sheet of paper for him. Halfway through quarter 1 here. Tigers on 2nd and 7. Klubnik wants to throw. Moves, shoots it down the field, and it's broken up on a ball intended for Randall. And Zion Childress, the safety, in his 28th collegiate start with better than 200 career tackles, the junior from Houston, transfer from Texas State. Heck of a play.
Yeah, it was a really nice play. I thought it was an aggressive throw by Klubnik. He's climbing in the pocket, thought he had a little room to run, and really tries to fit it into a tight window over the head of Phillips, but before Childress, able to break on the ball.
3rd down and a full 7 for Clemson. They have to get to the 37. Cats bringing pressure. Klubnik back across, tried to go to Randall again. Or Tyler Brown, I believe. Yep, Tyler Brown, the intended receiver. First time we've seen Brown a target. Andrew Phillips, who is declared for the NFL draft and playing here today for Kentucky, makes the play.
Well, and good pass protection for Klubnik as he climbs in the pocket. And Tyler Brown has been the best playmaker for Clemson, just not able to get enough separation from Andrew Phillips, who's made a few plays so far today.
So here's Barrion Brown, who averaged 17 yards on 3 punt returns, had a 36-yarder early in the year against Eastern Kentucky. He's incredibly explosive in the return game. Punt from Swanson, and Brown will ask for the fair catch and take it near the 28-yard line. 43-yard punt in Jack. Dave Pass, Dusty Dvorak, Tom Luganbill will be there for the call. Tigers 3, Wildcats nothing. Clemson and Kentucky that first met October 1925 at Old Stoll Field in Lexington. Kentucky won a 9-6 game that day for Fred Murphy. It was a Southern Conference matchup, Tim.
The old Southern Conference.
Oh, yeah. Toss, Davis a fumble, and he falls on it back at the 22. Leary kind of underthrew the two-hand toss to Ray Davis.
That's exactly right. You know, the coach is so concerned about ball security after a long layoff. I think it's just a bad pitch by Leary. You know, dead ball pitch, which you want to do on any type of toss action, but that ball's low and out in front of Davis. Kentucky fortunate to just be able to land on it.
Loss of 5 back to the 22. 2nd and 15 for the New Jersey native Devin Leary. 39th career start in his 43rd college game. Leary on a straight drop back across the middle. Robinson the catch to the 35. It'll be 3rd down and 2 on the next snap. 13-yard bullet to Tavion Robinson.
Yeah, and I think Robinson really had a chance to stay up and, you know, run afterwards, get the first down and maybe more. But you see already in this Kentucky offense the plethora of options. We've seen it with Ray Davis in the backfield. You've mentioned Barrion Brown, Tavion Robinson, you know, a guy that does a good job working the middle of the field, and Dane Key, another receiver that's got plenty of speed.
Boy, Dane Key is terrific at 6'3". He's a Lexington native. 3rd and short. They're going to hand it to Davis. He splits and heads for the open field. Near side at the 30. Knocked down inside the 25. There's the explosive calling card of Ray Davis.
He certainly is explosive because he gets through the line of scrimmage and boom, he's off to the races. The play that was really well blocked up front. You see, just kind of looked like Avian Terrell maybe gets a little out of his run fit, and because of that, Davis able to exploit it for a big run.
43 yards, longest play of the ball game for Davis. Kentucky on the edge of the Clemson red zone. Ramon Jefferson has come in to spell the Wildcats #1, and they're going to hand it on the sweep, and this is Brown to the far side, and Kentucky scores.
A lot of speed on this Kentucky offense, and probably none faster than Barrion Brown, who can absolutely fly. Gets the football in a jet sweep, and I think it catches Clemson kind of off guard defensively. And when you're running and trying to chase Barrion Brown from behind, you're not going to catch him.
Yep, 22-yard run. Davis converted the 3rd and short on 43 yards, and then 1 snap later, Brown's in the end zone. UK's got the lead. And the point after is good. 4 plays, 73 yards in just better than 2 minutes for Mark Stoops' team to take the lead at 7-3.
Just take a look here. They're going to hand the football to Brown on jet sweep. Peyton Page, look, he's frozen. He doesn't even know where the football is. Similar thing out on the perimeter. And obviously Brown has been a tremendous returner. He's got amazing straight line speed. Gets to the perimeter and he's gone.
Tell you what, Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator, They kind of had a big blue wall in that offensive line, and Marcus Cox at the end set the edge in the run game, didn't he? For Barrion Brown.
See how quickly Kentucky can score as well?
Yeah.
You think about how the drive started. A bad pitch from Leary. Pretty good throw over the middle to Robinson. Long run and then jet sweep and boom. Not even throwing the ball down the field to get it done.
Absolutely. So here's Poor to kick it away to Shipley. Remember, Shipley ran one out for 34 yards, and this time there'll be no return. Clemson will start from its 25, trailing 7-3. Let's take a look now at a lot of late night action out in San Antonio at the Valero Alamo Bowl last night. The Big 12, 5-2 after Oklahoma took the loss with 2 to go. Big 10 is still undefeated. See the ACC at 4-5. Clemson and Florida State's all that's left. And the SEC is 0-1 after Texas A&M lost in Houston 2 nights ago to Oklahoma State. And the TaxAct Texas Bowl. Here's Shipley in the backfield with Klubnik. And Will Shipley trying to find some running room, does for 6 on first down. J.J. Weaver makes the tackle for the Wildcats. Tim, we talk about Kentucky's offense against Clemson's defense. This Clemson offense is 5th in the ACC, 38th nationally at 180 yards a game. Kentucky 3rd in the SEC, 24th nationally against the run. Yeah,
Kentucky defensively, I think, is a really good group. They obviously have players at every level of their defense and play fast. We've seen it in the passing game so far. But I also think that, when you look at Clemson offensively, they've gotten better as the year has gone along. And I think some of their bad plays have been just such significant bad plays that they've altered the outcome of games, but I don't know that it's necessarily been a fair representation of who they are as an offense.
You see the pistol set for Klubnik. 3rd down and short here. And straight ahead, Shipley lowers his shoulder and will pick up the necessary yardage. Maxwell Hairston and Ty Bryant from the Wildcats secondary get Will Shipley on the ground. And Shipley was pretty honest, by the way, a couple weeks ago when some of the media offerings were ahead of bowl practices. He said, look, it's either going to be Clemson for one more year or I'm going to test my, skill at the NFL level. Moffa, by the way, back into the ball game here for this first down play. Play fake by Klubnik, pressure coming, and threw it beyond Moffa's reach. Fearbury was there for Kentucky.
There's going to be pressure immediately right away on Cade Klubnik, and these are plays that I think he's got to make. Coming off the right side, he's going to have pressure in his face. Now, it's not blocked perfectly, but drift and get the ball to Phil Moffa, and I think you have a chance for a pretty big play. Obviously a good job creating pressure defensively by Fearbury, but I think that's a play that Cade Klubnik can make.
Here's Shipley, a little counter orbit move, and now trying to find any kind of footing in the run game, and there is none. Boy, Kentucky did a really good job here because there was a lot of movement by Shipley on the play, and it feels like Alex Afari Jr. was the guy that kind of held the rope for him.
Yeah, right now it feels like Wildcats are winning the line of scrimmage, and you're right about some of the backfield action. A fair amount of window dressing, bouncing the back and forth so that Kentucky can't get a read on which way the back's coming, but if you're winning at the line of scrimmage, it's probably all that matters.
Klubnik is just 2 of his last 5 after a 4-for-4 start. This is 3rd and the full 10. Cats bringing 4. Klubnik in trouble. Now going to sail it down the field. Is it caught? It is ruled a discussion point here. What do we have, gentlemen? Catch at the 48-yard line. Falling into the bench from Adam Randall out of Myrtle Beach. Wow.
This is an incredible play. He's going to get pressure off his right side by Zion Childress. And to be honest with you, that corner blitz I thought was going to get home, but Klubnik does a great job of escaping out of it. And then another aggressive throw on the
previous ruling of the catch is under review.
All right, that is referee John Love for the first time today with 2:15 to go. Remember, we had a Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the first snap. Well, there's referee Love with our first of the review. He is a referee from the Pacific 12 Conference. Randall caught it, foot down, Tim.
But I think that there is a shot that his right foot is down, but is his left foot out of bounds. So his right foot is in bounds.
Yeah.
I think when he catches the football.
That's the black shoe belongs to the defender.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another look. What do we got here? You know he's in bounds. We saw the right foot.
But was that left foot originally
Oh, boy.
out of bounds as he was coming back down the sideline?
You know, it's interesting. You and I tend to walk ourselves into these a little more than others, I've noticed.